So hey everyone, this is Swapnil from ACM Student Chapter IITSM Dhanbad, and today I'll be discussing the problem E1 asterism, which is the easy version of this problem E1, and this is from the Codeforces round 654, which is rated for division 2. So let's get started with the problem statement. Here we have a girl named Yuzu, and she is collecting some candies, and initially she have X number of candies, and she is also fighting some n number of duels with enemies with integers 1 to n, and enemy I has ai number of candies. So basically, to win a battle, Yuzu must have the total number of candies which must be greater than or equals to the number of candies that particular enemy is having in some particular duel. So basically, Yuzu wants to win all the duels, and how is it possible? We can obviously form some valid permutation for that. Basically, what I mean to say is we will set or we will have a permutation of those enemies in such a way that at the end of all the duels, Yuzu is winning that particular duel. Okay. So, and here a bit twist in the problem is we are given f of x, which is a function which is mapping my integer x. X is the initial number of candies which Yuzu is having, and here f of x is a function which is mapping the integer x to the total number of valid permutations where Yuzu is winning all the duels as in all the duels from 1 to n. Okay, so we will have to find this particular f of x and for a particular x, and here we will have to check if x is a good integer or not, and basically we will have to find all the good integers x, and a prime number is given. For x to be good, the value of f of x should not be divisible by p. So this is the basic problem statement part. I'll get started with the explanation. Okay, so here we are given n from the user, which is the number of enemies, and the prime p, for which we will have to check if the number of permutations for a particular x, which is f of x, I explained earlier what is f of x, is not divisible by p. For x to be good, f of x must not be divisible by p. Now the essence of brute force over all the values of x, I mean how we are coming up with the idea that I'll brute force over all the values of x. So basically in the last line, if you remember, it's given that find all the possible good integers x. So to find all the possible good integers x, I'll obviously have to brute force over all the values of x, and we'll have to check if my particular value of x is giving me some function f of x, which is total number of valid permutations where Yuzu is winning the duels, is not divisible by my prime number p. Okay. So to find that, first we will have to calculate all the permutations for a single x, which is f of x. So how to proceed with that? Now for a particular value of x, it will keep on increasing 1 after every duel, as explained in the problem statement. For every duel, if Yuzu wins, she will get an additional candy after winning the duel, and it will keep on going till the nth duel. Okay, so initially she has x candies, and after winning the first duel she will have x plus 1 candies, and then after winning the second duel she will have x plus 2 candies, and after winning the nth duel she will have x plus n minus 1 candies. Okay, so okay, now for a particular value of x, it will keep on increasing by 1 after every duels, and it will go on like this for n duels. So we will loop through all the values of x. First, the outer loop is looping through all the values of x, which is from 1 to 2000, and we will also have an inner loop which will loop through all the values of x plus I, where I is looping through 0 to n, and we will try to find out how many enemies can be placed for that particular duel. So basically I am saying that if my initial candies for a particular duel, basically let us say in the I duel I'll be having some x plus I number of candies. So for to win this ith duel in which I am having some x plus I number of initial candies, I'll have to take all those numbers, or we will have to consider all those enemies which have the value of ai which is less than or equals to x plus I, right? So the answer is all the enemies with value of ai which is less than equals to x plus I. So for that I will simply sort the array A, and I'll have to find the upper bound of x plus I in my array, and we will subtract it from the number of enemies which we have already taken in previous duels. So basically what I am trying to say that if to win a particular battle in which I am having x plus I number of candies initially, I'll have to find the upper bound of my ai array, and my upper bound will give me that particular integer or that particular ai which is greater than my x plus I. So I'll just stop there, or that will give me total number of values which are like less than equals to this particular value, or which it gives me the total number of enemies for which Yuzu will win this particular battle when she is having x plus I number of initial candies. Okay, so basically my f of x will be upper bound of a for the value of x plus I minus a dot begin. So this is basically giving me the total number of permutations or total number of choices of the enemies for a particular battle where my initial number of candies which Yuzu is having is x plus I. Now why am I subtracting this minus I from here? We have already placed I number of enemies in my previous duels, so we cannot take these I. We cannot take these I enemies in further battles or in further duels. So I'll have to subtract those particular I enemies from my f of x. So I am done with calculating my f of x, and if this f of x is not divisible by p, then I'll push it to my answer array, and finally we will print the answer array. I guess this is pretty much it, and I'll just explain it with the test case so that you will be understanding it better. So when n is equals to 3 and p is equals to 2, and my array a is 3 4 5, here the array is already sorted, but in generalized case we will have to sort the array. And now for values x is equals to 1 or 2, means when the value of x is 1 or the value of x is 2, in these cases, and when my I is 0, then my permutations f of x will be 0, because obviously if my value of x is 1 and the value of x is 2, then initially only user will not be winning the first battle. So f of x, the value of f of x for I is equals to 0 for the first battle is 0. So and it will also be divisible by p, which is 2, because 0 is 0 mod 2 is 0. So I'll have to discard these values for x is equals to 1 or x is equals to 2. Now coming to my value for x is equals to 3, I will be from 0 to 2, right? So values of I here will be 0, 1 and 2. So we will check for 3 4 5, right? Initially my value is 3, then it will get incremented to 4, and then it will again get incremented to 5. So in these 3 duels, my initial value of x, when the value at which Yuzu is fighting that particular duel is 3, then the next battle it's 4, and then the battle after that is 5. And in every duel we will have to find the fx values, and these f of x values will be 1, 1 and 1, because when this will be 3, then user will be we can only place this 3 only. This 3 value is greater than or equals to the initial value, which is 3. And when my value will be 4, then from this sorted array only 2 values are greater than or equals to 4, which is 3 and 4, and we have already placed 3 as an enemy in my dual 1, so I'll have to subtract that. So this again will be 1, and for 5 it will again be 1, because we have already used these values 3 and 4 in my previous duals. So this will obviously be not divisible by my value or my prime number p, which is 2. So x is equal to 3 is a good integer. So we will obviously loop through all the values of x for this case, and we will check if we are getting some more number of good integers or not. So I'll get started with the coding part. Okay, so what I have here is we are given a prime number p, and I'll take input from the user, then vi a of n. Vi is a simple vector int. Okay, and first I'll also make another vector answer in which I'll be storing all the good integers. Now I'll take input from the user for all the values of AI, which is the candies all the enemies have. Okay, so now at first I'll sort this vector A, because I'll have to apply binary search over this, so it must be sorted. Now I'll loop through all the values of x. So int x is equals to 1, 2, x is less than equals to 2000, okay, and x plus plus. Okay, and I'll also have to make a flag variable over here, which is initially 1. Okay, and what this flag will be doing, flag will be telling me after all the values, or after all the duals, my total number of permutations is divisible by p or not. Okay, and it is valid for all the duals or not. So okay, and after this we will first find the value of f of x, which is upper bound of a over x plus I minus a dot begin minus I. Okay, and if my f of x is divisible by p, then I'll make this flag as 0, which is a false value, and I'll break my array over here. And if my flag is true, which means there is no such battle, in which case the total number of permutations is divisible by p, then I'll just push back this value of x, which is the value of x, and it is a good integer, and at last I'll just print my array size of the good integers, and I'll print my answer array, and there will be an endl over here. Okay, I guess this is pretty much it, and I'll run it over the basic test cases. Okay, it's 3 2 and 3 4 5. Okay, I guess yeah, we don't have test cases over here, so I'll have to comment out the t is equals to that part 3 2 3 4 5. Okay, so it's running good for the sample test cases, so I'll move to Codeforces and I'll submit this. Okay, I'll choose abc.cpp. Okay, so we got an AC over this. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends, and please hit the bell button and don't miss any update from ACM student chapter. Thank you so much.